Hey guys! So we're going to be talking to you about Anchor quickly. If you haven't heard of it, it's the easiest way to make a podcast.
First of all, it's free, and I don't understand how someone wouldn't want something that's free.
I know. And there's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast straight from your phone or computer.
Anchor distributes your podcast for you. It goes straight to Spotify and Apple, and you don't have to move a finger. It just goes if you set it up that way.
Oh, not only that, but you can also make money from your podcast. Get your own money from making your own podcast with no minimum listenership.
So it's everything you need to make a podcast in one place.
So if you're interested in making your own podcast, go download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Again, that is anchor.fm to get started.
Yay!
Yay.
Anchor.
You're really... I can't come up with anything.
I think you're so pretty. But Mika sure doesn't.
That's not even a backhanded compliment.
I was trying to come up with a backhanded compliment and I couldn't, so we're gonna go with that, okay? That's my backhanded compliment to Sametha.
Hey, it's us.
guys.
It's my talk.
You sound like Megan.
Okay, so if you don't know who we are yet, and this is your first time listening to us, I'm Cindy.
I'm Sumetha.
And I'm Karina.
Today we're going to be discussing backhanded compliments.
The format for this one will be a little different. We're not gonna give personal stories first. We're just gonna hop to what is backhanded compliments and why they're bad.
To be honest, from my own experience, I can receive backhanded compliments, but most of the time I just take them in a positive way. Like, I don't know that they're backhanded all the time until the person or this YouTube video tells me that it is a backhanded compliment. So I'm really not sure on this topic. Now that I think of it, I feel like most of the time I'm giving backhanded compliments, but I'm unintentional about them being backhanded compliments, which is confusing. According to Google, a backhanded compliment is any comment that blurs the line between an insult and a compliment. These comments are also sometimes known as left-handed compliments or stealth insults.
In simpler words, it's just basically when you tell someone a comment and it can be considered an insult and a nice thing. Okay, something you can say is, you're pretty, but you should try eating something. That is a backhanded compliment because you're saying they're pretty. Yes, it is a compliment. But saying someone needs to eat something can be an insult because maybe they calorie count, they don't want to eat, or maybe they eat, but they just have a higher metabolism. It's rude to say that.
Another example that it's a lot more common is you're good at soccer for a girl. And I think that is such a rude thing to say. And, mainly men say it because, women empowerment. I think that it's really rude because it's like, what does that even mean? Are you saying I'm bad? That doesn't make any sense. It shouldn't be used. And saying you're good is nice, but then if you add for a girl, it's like, are you degrading our gender?
Yeah, I agree. Another really sort of backhanded compliment that I hear, and that seems really positive, is you look great for your age. I feel like that's often said to a bunch of people, you look really good for, someone who's older. It kind of makes everyone around them feel bad, or you should look old at that age. And I know a lot of people take it as a positive thing, but it's a backhanded compliment. It is better to take backhanded compliments in a positive manner so it doesn't get to you, which is partial advice, but yeah.
I now want to kind of talk about how to recognize it is a backhanded compliment, because earlier Cindy says sometimes she gets comment on her art and she doesn't necessarily know whenever it is a backhanded compliment. So if you're the one giving the backhanded compliment, then if someone said that to you, you wouldn't like that. Sometimes we know and we're doing this intentionally and that's not okay. but sometimes we don't. And if we don't know, think about it if you were in their shoes and someone said that to you. Is that an insult? Is it something you would be sad about? Then that's how you know, okay, maybe I shouldn't say this and I should reword it. But if you're the one receiving it and like you really can't tell if it's a backhanded compliment or not, try asking a friend and say, hey, is this okay to say? Or try finding if there's an insult somewhere in there. For example, if they commented on something that you can't control, it's probably backhanded.
If you are going to give someone a compliment, then do it. It's nice. But don't add the but like I just did. Don't say, you're really nice, but just stop there. Like, you don't need to say the end part.
A lot of backhanded compliments are targeted towards outer appearance and intellect or talent most of the time. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel that way. Because one time I did get a backhanded compliment from a friend, but I don't think the friend knew that it was a backhanded compliment. And it sort of went like, oh my god, I love your skirt. It makes you look so skinny. And I was like, when I initially first got it, I was like, oh, thank you. And then in my head, I processed it a little bit more. And I felt really dirty after that. I was like, wait a second. So do I look different when I don't wear this skirt? Do I look less thin? It kind of confused me a bit.
Really quickly, I wanted to add that, I said like just stop at the but if it's like constructive criticism, then that's not bad. There's a difference between backhanded compliments and constructive criticism. So it's like, example I used before, you're really good at soccer for a girl. Instead of saying that, maybe you could be like, hey, you're really good at soccer, but maybe you can work on your kicks. I don't know how soccer works, but if they truly are, just need to work on it. But if you're just saying for a girl because they're a girl, then that's not right.
Now, I want to say that it is very important to learn when we're younger what backhanded compliments are, how to recognize them, and how to stop saying them. Because I have noticed my parents saying backhanded compliments and they don't understand they're backhanded. They just think what they're saying is nice. Grown-ups need to learn too.
I mean, not all of them are intentional all the time. Sometimes backhanded compliments are sort of normalized, so people say it often and think it's okay to say.
So if you are receiving backhanded compliments from someone else, they're probably toxic.
Yeah, cut them off. I feel like we tell everyone to cut someone off in every episode.
Our listeners are gonna end up having no friends after listening to our...
I mean, I need to cut both of you off. I'm kidding. No, I'm just kidding. You guys only say backhanded compliments through sarcasm. But yeah, you guys are joking. If you get any backhand compliments, and it's like from someone you don't really know as well, just like focus on the positive part maybe, and like I guess you'll feel better about yourself. You won't really take it as an insult. I was actually Googling this before because I'm not as educated on backhanded compliments. But one image was like, don't take backhanded compliments as an insult because something only becomes an insult once you perceive it as an insult. That was a really bad explanation. But if you Google it, you'll get a better one.
Something I want to say is if you're a bystander, you see someone just like next to you say a backhanded compliment, like to the person who was told the backhanded compliment, if they're like someone you know, tell them what just happened, because like sometimes they just don't know. And if you tell them, hey, that wasn't nice, but I think it was perfect, I think you're perfect, or something, whatever the topic the backhanded compliment was about, it would be really sweet to go in yourself and say, forget that person, you're perfect.
And back to what Karuna said about if you see it in the comments, especially if you're like scrolling through an Instagram post of ours and you see someone saying a backhanded compliment to us, then go off on them.
If you're in our comments giving us backhanded compliments, make sure you go to our DMs and tell us, say that you're practicing for what backhanded compliments look like.
If someone in the comments are saying a backhanded compliment towards us, then everyone else, you guys better like pop their notifications off.
Yeah, go off on this person. Practice getting back at the backhanded complimenters. I'm sorry, complimenters.
We need a backhanded compliment first for this to happen.
Alright, I'll use my spam account.
You could use one of them. And then I'll use all 4 of my accounts to go after.
I'll use my 2 accounts to go after you.
You have 2?
No.
Make another one. I'm kidding. Oh wait, you do have 2.
Make sure you DM us any advice, anything you need, just DM us, anything you want to talk about. Like, if you just have something to get off your chest, just come our DMs and we will help you. We will always be there for you.
Yeah, so just make sure you follow us on our social media accounts, and all the ads will be down below.
Alright guys, this is the end of the episode. Thank you for sticking around this long. It really means a lot that you guys care about us this much to listen this long. I know we're kind of boring, I know we're kind of annoying, but hopefully we're kind of funny.
Alright.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye!
Thank God this is finished.
You need to pee.